Hey everybody, can you hear me? Let me know before I get going. I've got some cool stuff for you today. Let me know you hear me. Can you guys hear me? Oops. You can hear me? Lynn, awesome. Cool, thank you. So, hey everybody, just always like to double check that internet's in my favor. Hey Helen, good morning. Hi Michelle. So, I'm really excited about today's training. I've got something really powerful, and I'm going to ask all of you, please, when it's done, please share this because I'm really excited about what I'm teaching and excited for all of you to hear this and learn this. So, hey everybody, it's Kate Peters. I'm Kate Peters. In case you don't know me, I'm your breakthrough success expert, and I love doing these Facebook Lives, especially when I'm teaching something really cool and powerful. And what I know about that I love teaching is things that actually are based on either my own personal experience or something that happens with a client or something like that. And today is no exception because I recently saw like the most amazing musical. I actually put the playbill right here to show you guys. I'll try showing it backwards, but Dear Evan Hansen, phenomenal. I just saw that a couple of nights ago. And I will share with you that when I decided to go, I had absolutely no clue what it was about. All I knew is that it, won Tony Awards and was supposed to be very, very good. And then I had no clue. I was honest to goodness blown away. Phenomenal story, phenomenal music, everything's amazing. I would go 100 times. In fact, I'm going again. I just loved it so much. So can you tell my enthusiasm? And I highly recommend everybody go see it too. It's really, really, really amazing, heart-touching, etc. And in a real nutshell of what the story is about, it's about high school kids and they're feeling socially awkward. How do they fit in? Who are they? Are they being seen? Oh, the guys, thanks so much for the hearts and likes and all that. And how do they find their place in all this, right? And I'm giving you just the tiniest little bit of what the story's about because there's no way I could totally do it justice. You have to go see it. But the thing is that this story resonates with all of us. I mean, all of us at some point in our lives, and probably even days today, that you just, at some point you're wondering, like, who am I? And am I fitting in? Am I accepted? All this kind of stuff. And so, so again, welcome everybody. Please tell me who's here, say hi and all that stuff so I know who's watching. But what I want to share with you is that what's interesting is after I happened to connect with someone who was a former client, and now she's, I like to think of her as a friend or new friend, and she's like, hey, this is like your work. This is what you teach. And that's probably one of the reasons that it resonated so strongly with me. And I said, I was thinking to myself, I've got to do a Facebook Live somehow related to this topic. So that's what I want to talk about with you today. Because when people come to me and they're coming for support to break through to that next level, maybe they want more clients, maybe they want to charge more money, maybe a new venture, maybe they want to create a partnership, speak, workshops, whatever the heck it might be, but it's something new. And that's kind of what's going on. But where it really stems from is to break through that next level, it really has so much to do with their beliefs about themselves, who they are, what they're capable of, and how they fit in and what they think they deserve. But that's deep down. On the outside, it's just like, how do I make more money? Or how do I get more clients? Or how do I get more visibility? Things like that. But it's so much more deep down. So if that resonates with anybody, even at some point in your life, might not be today, but if at some point you kind of experience that, can I get some hearts and likes and stuff like that? So, the human species is unique in the fact that we get all of our external all our beliefs about ourselves from external rewards, right? That's how it's taught to us. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is that when we're really little kids, we learn to be good boys or good girls, whatever, for our moms and dads. Like, be a good girl for mommy, be a good girl, be a good boy for daddy, all that kind of stuff. And it's all about getting our parents' approval when we're really, really tiny. Then, as we get a little bit older and we start going to school, it's all about getting the teacher's approval. getting the gold star on your paper. For me, it was like even getting gold star. I remember getting them on my forehead, going home and look what the teacher gave me. And for some of you, it might have been being like a teacher's pet, might have been being the one who's always called on, or get to clean the blackboard off, or whatever, whatever the heck it might be. But about getting the teacher's approval, because the last thing you want to do is have to go back home with like a note from the teacher saying like, Susie was not playing nicely, or Susie didn't do her homework, or Susie didn't know the answers, whatever. It's all about getting the teacher's approval. Then as you get older, it becomes about getting your peers' approval. So, what does that mean? Like getting picked, in gym class when they'd have teams, getting picked for that. If any of this stuff is resonating, please hearts and likes, because I can't be like the only one. I know my clients all resonate with this stuff. So if it's resonating, please do hearts and likes and stuff. Trying out for teams, or drama or plays in school, being invited over to your friend's house for after school sleepovers, parties, all that kind of stuff, just being socially accepted, right? So again, if people like you, then you've got some self-confidence. And if nobody's inviting you, no one's picking you, no one's picking you for the team, then you feel like you're crap. All that kind of stuff. And then as you get older, when you start making some money, then it's all about buying all that external stuff, whether it's, makeup stuff, clothes, shoes, purses, houses, cars, whatever, externally, to help yourself feel good and all that kind of stuff. So is this making sense so far to everybody? That understand that we as a human species, especially like I'm going to talk about in the developing countries, we give our whole self-esteem, our whole self-worth to external sources instead of learning how it all stems from us inside. So what I want to share with you is you got to start learning, and it's not too late, even though you're not like a little kid anymore, it's not too late to start learning how to bring that home and learn how to start giving it to yourself. Because once you give it to yourself, that allows other people to give it to you, but it's got to start from you inside. So one way to start doing that I use with my clients is a technique called tapping. So, when people come to me, like I said, for all these different things, how they want to grow their business or be more visible or make more money, whatever, they have all these fears and doubts and old stories, limiting beliefs, all sorts of things about what they are capable of, what's worked for them or not worked for them in the past, how they view themselves, all sorts of stories that they're telling themselves. And these things keep them stuck, right? And that's probably what you're resonating with too, because we all have stories, whether you know that they're stories or not, we all have stories. So I love this technique called tapping because I'm able to help people release these old fears, doubts, old stories, beliefs, etc., help them shift into new ones, help them get rid of old patterns, behaviors, all sorts of things. So then they are able to step into that next level, whatever that next level might be, whether it's making more money or charging more money or speaking or doing or a new opportunity in your business, whatever the heck it might be, teaching you how to step into that. And I love tapping because, first of all, I'm super results oriented. If you know anything about me, I'm all about getting results. And I just found this technique just so graceful. And if I had thought there was a better technique out there, because I know there's lots of them, if I thought there was something better out there, I wouldn't have spent the tens of thousands of dollars I did getting so highly trained, which is now maybe one of the top experts in this field. And I just love it because I'm able to see clients who've had certain issues for like decades, and then, in a really short time, they're able to shift out of it. And they're just truly amazed at how quickly things happen. So we're going to start today because everything starts, that old joke, like how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? So everything starts with small steps initially, and then you learn to walk faster, and then you start to run. And so I want to start today with something that I pull in on my morning routine, because how you start your day off affects how your whole day is going to be. So if you start your whole day off moaning and groaning and aching and all sorts of stuff, bitching and moaning, your whole day is going to be full of that. It's pretty hard to change that. But if you start your day off from a more grounded way, a more positive way, a more confident way, you're going to start getting all those kinds of things showing up in your life that way. So typically what a lot of people do in the morning, and I know I've been guilty of it at times, is the first thing you do in the morning is you grab your phone, maybe you look at social media, you see what your friends or other friends are doing on Facebook, and that can set your mood, right? If it's something good, great, but if it's something that doesn't hit you so well, it can kind of throw you in a tailspin, or else maybe you look at the news. And right now with all the doom and gloom stuff out there, it makes you feel like the world is not a safe place. So of course that shapes your whole day. Or maybe you go check emails And then you see either something didn't happen as it should, or you get a response that's not what you like, or all of a sudden there's a new problem you got to deal with, and that sends you into tailspin. So again, none of these ways are going to help you become grounded and learn to have self-confidence and start believing in yourself if you're all of a sudden giving your power away to all these external things. Does this make sense to everybody? Can I get some hearts and likes and stuff? So what I like to do is I like to do a round of tapping in the morning. So I'm going to let you kind of tap along with me and experience what I usually do in the morning. And this is actually something I think this is pretty much what I said this morning. Might not be verbatim, but pretty close. And so you'll get to tap along and see how it feels. So tapping, I'm just giving you the nickel version. Tapping is this powerful mindset technique where we're tapping on parts of our upper body and face using our fingers while we say certain phrases. On the body and face, these are acupuncture meridian points, which help shift the energy along with these certain words. I make it look really easy, and that's because I'm so highly trained. And all you really need to do is follow along, like Simon says, and experience it. If for some reason it bothers you, just stop tapping, and just make sure too that you're not in a place, where you're driving and you're tapping along, because that can that's kind of dangerous. So don't do it that way. So what I want you to do first is do a nice stretch and yawn, like that. Doesn't that feel so good? Yeah, that's a great thing to do first thing every morning if you aren't already doing that. And then just follow along with me. So take your fingers and just repeat after me. Say what I'm saying. This is pretty much what I said this morning. Tapping in the inner eye. This is a really great day. And just repeat after me. Say, this is a really great day. And then the outer eye. I slept really well. And you just repeat after me. And then under eye. I'm excited about today. And then under nose. I have a good day planned. And then your chin point. The sun's out. I'll be able to go for a nice walk today. And then collarbone. Callie's doing good. Underarm. She slept well and she's having a good day too. And then wrist points. I have time for me to do things that light me up, things that I enjoy, and time for work. Under eye, it's a nice combination. Under nose, it's a really good day. Chin point, I'm happy to be here. And collarbone, and I'm ready to get going. Okay, everyone take a nice deep breath again. If you want to do another stretch and yawn. How did that feel for everybody? That feel good? So that's just kind of an example of some things that I say. So how did that feel to everybody? So can you imagine starting your day off that way instead of grabbing your phone, instead of just reinforcing all these good things that are going on for you? So that when I go through my day, already I've gotten a couple of emails of opportunities that I didn't even know were out there, and people like emailing me. One person's like, I've been trying to call you. I've got something cool I want to share with you. I mean, all sorts of cool stuff because I'm putting myself in that frame of mode. And I want you to be able to start shifting that too. There's, and I know, as I'm teaching all this, a lot of times you didn't know all this stuff. And there's a quote by Maya Angelou. I'm kind of paraphrasing. It says, and now as you know better, you do better. And so when you're able to start doing that, and like I said, the power of tapping is so amazing. Even just speaking of Dear Evan Hansen, a couple of years ago, I had a client who was supposed to sing a solo for a performance for something. And she was just really nervous. She was worried about how her voice would be judged and all that. And so she kind of was like telling them, no, I don't think so. And we did some work together, and she did end up doing a beautiful job. So the way I use tapping to help my clients break through is just so, so powerful, because all these things that you want, you really deserve them. You should have them. There's no reason why you can't. But it's learning to start bringing it home and learning to start believing in yourself and believing that you do deserve it and that you are worthy of it. And for those of you who really want to do a deeper dive into this and to get some more help, please email my team, info@katebeaters.com. That's info@katebeaters.com, and they can either tell you about us working together or about one of my upcoming events. And that's info@katebeaters.com. If one of my team members could put that email address down, that would be great. So again, think about all this. Learn to start taking ownership of how you start your day and how you want your days to look. Because it's really all about choosing, either go or don't go. I hope you choose to go. I hope you choose to start taking ownership and control and start making this a really great day for yourself. Until we meet again, be brilliant. And please share. Thank you. Bye, everybody.